I sat in the county clerk's office with Elliot Bennett, waiting for us to sign the marriage certificate. Then, suddenly, his phone rang, and without a word, he stood up.
I've got an urgent matter to take care of. Let's reschedule the paperwork for another day.
He said, his voice already distant, and just like that, he was gone, leaving me sitting alone in a room full of couples, all excited and eager to get their paperwork done. But I wasn't part of that happy picture. He rushed off because Willow Hayes, his childhood friend, had slipped on the stairs and sprained her ankle. That was it. The same excuse he always used. And once again, she was the priority. A few moments later, my phone buzzed with a new message.
Willow's situation is more serious than we thought. I have to stay with her. We'll need to reschedule tomorrow's wedding.
How many times had he chosen her over me? I had lost count. This time, though, I didn't feel the anger bubbling up like I used to. I didn't throw a tantrum and wait for him to come back and apologize. The clerk, who had been watching me in sympathy, gently asked,
"Ma'am, would you still like to proceed with the paperwork?"
I didn't answer right away. Instead, I took out my phone and sent a message to the one man who had promised me something, someone I knew would show up.
Yes, I'd like to continue.
I dropped back into the waiting area seats. A reply popped up, almost instant, like he'd been staring at his screen waiting.
Just stay right there. I'm coming. 20 minutes.
I was still staring at those words when my phone rang again.
"Claire,
Mom said, voice bright and polished.
you and Elliot got the license? Come straight to the Harborview. Both families are waiting. We're doing dinner."
My throat closed, but my voice came out steady. Too steady.
We didn't get it. Willow twisted her ankle. He's at the hospital with her.
Silence. Then she absolutely exploded. She'd been a force in the business world for years, and it had been ages since I'd heard her this pissed off. She hissed.
"What does that mean? He thinks he can just reschedule like it's a lunch date? We invited people with actual names, actual standing, generations of connections. Does he think this is some game? If word gets out that you were left sitting alone like..."
She bit the rest off, like it tasted too bitter. When she spoke again, her voice dropped.
"Claire, tell me what you want, and I'll stand behind you."
That was the crack that broke everything open. Not Elliot walking away. Not the texts. Not even Willow's name turning into the lever that moved my entire life off track. Her words caught me off guard. The calm I'd been holding on to for so long shattered. I ended the call without a word. I'd done so many stupid bending things for Elliot. Twisted myself into shapes I swore I'd never take. In college it was easy. Midnight ramen runs, stolen kisses between library shelves. The way he used to look at me like I was the only answer that mattered. After graduation, it stayed easy. Families approved. Engagement ring, wedding plans that slid into place like they'd been waiting years. For a long time I really believed I was the luckiest woman alive. Until Willow Hayes walked back into his life. After the engagement, Elliot started getting urgent calls at the worst possible moments. The first time it happened, we were supposed to watch a movie, normal date night stuff. We just stepped into the theater when his phone buzzed. He glanced down, and his attention snapped away from me like the screen had a leash.
I have to take this.
He said.
We just got here.
I murmured. He squeezed my hand.
10 minutes.
It wasn't 10. When he came back, he wore that careful expression he used when he wanted credit for being kind.
My childhood friend's back.
He said.
Willow Hayes. Her family went under. Her parents died in a car wreck. She's alone. Claire, she's got nobody. I can't ignore her.
That was the beginning of the new routine. His phone rang, and our plans became negotiable. Elliot loved Lego, so I bought a limited edition set and spent weeks building it. Fingertips sore from snapping tiny pieces together. When I brought it to him, he lit up. But the thing he liked, Willow liked too. She smiled at him, asking for it, and even though he hesitated, he gave it to her. When I found out, it broke my heart, and I cried in secret. The next time we met, he explained.
She's a friend, Claire. I couldn't just refuse her.
He said.
Don't overthink it. I'll get you another set.
So I swallowed the hurt, like I always did. He was a good guy, always thoughtful and attentive to everyone. About 6 months after our engagement, we went hiking with friends, fresh air, photos, laughter, until I spotted Willow in the group. Elliot acted like her being there was normal, like I was supposed to adjust, but I knew exactly what was going on in her head, the way she felt about him. Halfway down a narrow set of stone steps, Elliot and the others got a few yards ahead. Willow slowed until she was beside me, then bumped me hard. My foot slipped, the world lurched, and I went tumbling off the steps into the brush. Rocks tore at my skin. Pain exploded up my arm so vicious my vision went white. I tried to push up and couldn't. My elbow felt wrong, loose, useless. I turned on her, shaking. and she crawled closer with that perfect, fragile face. Her mouth hovered near my ear.
If I say you pushed me,
She whispered.
who do you think Elliot will believe, you or me?
Footsteps pounded toward us. Willow's expression flipped like a switch, tears trembling the whole act.
Claire,
He sobbed loudly.
maybe you're tired. You didn't mean to, you just bumped me.
Elliot arrived and didn't wait for a single word. He lifted Willow into his arms and stared down at me like I was the problem.
Claire,
He said, voice clipped.
don't be unreasonable.
Unreasonable, because I'd fought with him about Willow before. The verdict was automatic. That day, I watched him walk farther away, holding Willow in his arms. Our friends hovered in a tight, awkward cluster, eyes flicking between me and Willow like they'd walked into a fire and didn't know where to stand.
Claire, we know you're not that kind of person.
Someone murmured, trying to soothe me.
Yeah, don't get mad.
Another added, voice strained.
It's not worth it. And Elliot just saw Willow scrape. There was blood on her hand.
A third rushed in like an excuse could patch the moment.
He panicked. That's all.
I tried to lift my arm to point at what really happened, and pain ripped through me. I couldn't even raise it, and somehow, no one noticed.
I'm fine.
I lied.
You guys keep going, I'll head down.
I refused the friend who offered to escort me. I made it down on pure stubbornness, called 911 myself, and by the time the ambulance lights flashed through the trees, my body gave out. Right before I blacked out, I heard someone yell my name, sharp, urgent, like they meant it.
Claire.
I lifted my head, and the voice from my memory blended with the one I was hearing now in the county clerk's office. I stared blankly at the person approaching. Blake Wellington, the head of the Wellington Group. Orphaned young, he not only kept his parents' empire intact but turned it into the most dominant force in the wealthiest circle, the apex of the pyramid. Years ago, I'd helped him once, by accident, when he was hurt and alone. Before he left, he'd given me a number and a promise. One request, no questions, within his power. I hadn't seen him in 2 years, and yet he came. When I texted him, I'd been terrified. He was unpredictable, untouchable, the kind of man who stayed above everyone else like gravity didn't apply to him. But in our circle, he was the only person I could think of. The Bennetts had power, and at a time like this, no one would dare marry me unless he did. I didn't even know if he still used the same number. I didn't know if he remembered the promise he'd made. I looked up and saw him standing there, coldly handsome in a custom suit. My eyes stung, and a thin wash of tears blurred my vision until he became a haze of sharp lines and dark fabric. Blake's hand came up and caught the tear on my lashes.
Why are you crying?
He asked, voice low.
You told me to marry you? Are you changing your mind?
My fingers tightened around his sleeve.
No.
I pulled him to the counter and slid our IDs forward under the clerk's stunned look. 15 minutes later, the paperwork was in my hands. That was all it took. It wasn't that Elliot couldn't spare 20 minutes. He just refused to make Willow wait. Later, he only sent a brief text. Heard you fell. Rest up. He never asked what happened. Never came to see me. I stood at my front door with the certified copy in my hand, the seal still sharp, like it had teeth. Outside the county clerk's office, Blake Wellington hadn't lingered. He'd glanced at his watch, tension flashing across his jaw, but he'd looked at me steady, intent.
Tomorrow's wedding stays on.
I'd nodded. When I texted him, I told him everything. The cancellations, the shifting plans, the way Elliot treated my life like something he could rearrange whenever Willow snapped her fingers. I was about to call the driver when my phone rang. It's Elliot. I answered, mostly out of habit.
Claire.
He said, voice warm and careful.
I'm sorry.
I almost believed him. Almost believed he was apologizing for leaving me at the clerk's office. Then Willow's voice slipped onto the line, delicate and shaking.
Claire, I'm so sorry. I accidentally ruined your wedding dress. I really didn't mean to.
Elliot cut in instantly, soothing.
Hey, it's fine. Don't cry.
Then he addressed me like I was the reasonable one by default.
Claire isn't going to make a big deal out of this. Right, Claire?
I stared at my reflection in the glass. My face looked calm enough to fool strangers. Elliot continued, as if the conclusion had already been settled.
Since tomorrow's wedding is basically canceled anyway, I'll take you another day. We'll pick a better dress. All right.
I didn't ask why he and Willow weren't at the hospital. I didn't ask why they were in the condo we'd set up for after the wedding, the one place my dress had been hanging untouched, waiting. I didn't ask because the questions didn't matter anymore. I'd been happy with Elliot once. In college, I'd thought his devotion was real because his eyes always softened when he looked at me. I didn't deny his feelings for me, but that sincerity wasn't reserved just for me. From the second Willow reappeared, I stopped being his favorite. I became the one who was expected to understand. I still remembered one party. A few drinks in, I slipped out to the restroom. When I came back down the hallway, I caught Willow's voice through the door, soft, drunk, and fearless.
Elliot, I'm not marrying anyone else, not in this lifetime.
The private room went quiet. Everyone knew he was engaged. Someone forced a laugh and changed the subject. I stayed by the door, holding my breath, waiting for Elliot to shut it down, waiting for him to choose me out loud. Instead, I heard his familiar, gentle voice.
I'll go get some hangover soup. She's gonna have a headache later. Keep an eye on her, okay?
I couldn't even name what I felt. Disappointment, humiliation, something duller than either. I'd compromised and backed down for so long that, looking back, it felt like I'd been under a spell. Because it wasn't love meant only for me. It wasn't the kind of love where I was the one and only choice. So I didn't want it anymore. Snapping out of the memory, I spoke into the phone with a calmness that felt almost foreign.
It's fine. If it's ruined, throw it out.
Silence. Elliot didn't shout. He just paused, like my lack of jealousy had knocked him off balance.
Claire,
He said slowly.
what's going on with you?
Anything else?
His mouth opened, closed.
No.
I was about to end the call when Willow's voice floated back in the background.
Elliot, should I pack a few things for you? Just in case?
Something cold slid through my ribs. I didn't hang up. I stayed quiet and listened, letting the line betray them. Elliot's voice sharpened.
It's okay, there's no need.
A beat. The faint scrape of something being zipped.
I'll take you over there.
He said, the way you spoke to someone you didn't want to upset.
I'll get you settled. Then I'm coming back.
Willow's sobs rushed out, sudden and desperate.
I only have you. You're leaving me too. You're not going to take care of me anymore?
Elliot exhaled, the edge of irritation melting into softness.
I'm not abandoning you. But you need to learn to take care of yourself.
He'd never demanded that from her. Only from me.
I'm getting married.
He added, firm enough to convince himself.
If your injury hadn't been so urgent, I'd be bringing my fiancé home tomorrow.
Willow went quiet for half a second, too quiet. Then her voice returned, small and steady. Willow's tears had stopped way too fast. A sleek black Maybach purred to a stop right at the curb in front of my building. So close I automatically stepped back, half expecting it to clip me. The driver's door opened. A man in his 40s emerged in a razor-sharp suit, walked straight over, and gave me a polite, professional smile.
Ms. Whitman?
Yes.
I said, still riding the razor edge of adrenaline and disbelief.
And you are?
Marcus Lowell. Mr. Wellington sent me to take you home.
Blake's driver. I couldn't help but smile to myself. Maybe this marriage wouldn't be so bad after all. My mom let me have it the second I walked through the door.
Claire Whitman.
She snapped, already advancing.
Where the hell is Elliot? He walks out on you and you just...
I didn't let her build momentum. I pulled the burgundy folder from my lap, still warm from my grip, and held it up between us like a shield. Her voice died mid-sentence.
Wait, what?
Her eyes locked on the certificate, then flicked to me, then to my father. Dad was sitting by the grand piano, glass of scotch in hand. He glanced up, read the names, saw the photo, and slowly raised his thumb in a single, triumphant gesture, like I just won a decade-long war. I lifted my chin, letting the satisfaction show plain on my face. Mom's mouth opened and closed once, twice.
You said the Bennett boy left.
She looked again, harder.
This is...
Dad stood, crossed the room in 3 long strides, took the paper from her shaking fingers. His expression went from confusion to stunned recognition.
Claire,
He said slowly, dangerously calm.
tell me I'm reading this wrong.
I walked past them both, dropped onto the couch like I owned the place, and nodded at Doris.
Lemon water, please.
My parents sank onto the cushions beside me like they were sitting next to live ordnance.
Sweetheart.
Mom said, voice soft and careful now.
What exactly is this?
I let out a long, steady breath and let the truth land between us like a dropped stone.
Mom, Dad. I'm not marrying Elliot Bennett.
They stared. Then the shock on their faces melted into something dangerously close to relief.
You finally saw it.
Dad burst out, the words tumbling free like he'd been holding them in for years.
That kid's been stringing you along since.
I saw it.
I said, calm, proud, unshaken.
I married Blake Wellington instead.
Dad's face split into a grin so wide and delighted, he suddenly looked 10 years younger.
Finally, that boy's nothing but a pretty face with the emotional range of a golden retriever. I've been biting my tongue since the engagement party.
Mom shook the certificate once, hard, like she could rattle the ink back into someone else's name.
But tomorrow, the wedding, the guests, the Bennetts.
I met her eyes and didn't blink.
The wedding's still happening.
With who?
He demanded, voice cracking on the edge of hysteria. Then I smiled, small, sharp, satisfied.
You'll see tomorrow.
The Whitmans had spent a century carving our name into this city's stone. I wasn't about to let my public humiliation become the headline that finally cracked it. After dinner, I sorted through the engagement gifts the Bennetts had sent. Sleek designer boxes, jewelry certificates, an over-the-top wedding package meant to scream forever. Elliot had chosen every single item himself, fussing over fonts and ribbon colors like he was trying to prove, to the world, to his family, maybe even to himself, that he actually meant this marriage. And yet the moment Willow Hayes crooked a finger, I was the one left standing alone. My phone lit up. Elliot. Outside, October sharpened the air. Stars glittered cold and clear overhead. The breeze carried the clean bite of boxwood and late roses from our garden as I pushed the gate open. He waited under the street lamp, like a photograph I couldn't burn, tall, polished. That same boy next door warmth that used to make me feel chosen. When he saw me, his eyes lit. Too bright, too eager. Like he'd been counting on me to still look at him the way I always had.
Claire,
He said softly.
did you eat?
I did.
My voice came out flat, said he.
Why are you here?
His gaze swept my face, hunting for the familiar fracture. Tears, anger, the soft spot where a few quiet words could always smooth everything over.
About today.
He started.
I'm sorry, I broke my promise.
I gave one short nod.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
He blinked, thrown. My calm didn't fit the script.
Are you mad?
The words rushed out.
Mad I left you at the clerk's office? Mad I asked to push the wedding?
So he knew. He'd known exactly what he was doing. And he'd done it anyway, banking on forgiveness.
If you knew I'd be mad,
I said.
why did you do it?
He exhaled, relief flashing across his face like I'd handed him the easy out.
Okay, you're upset. I can explain.
He reached up to brush my hair behind my ear the way he always had, that old shortcut back into my good graces. I stepped back. His hand dropped into empty air.
Willow's ankle is worse than we thought.
He said, voice dropping into that urgent, protective register he saved only for her.
The doctor needs a specialist. Out of state.
There's a 48-hour window. If she misses it,
She could have permanent damage. Claire, I have to take her.
a bitter laugh scraped up my throat.
And you're the only man on earth who can board a plane with her? No nurse? No family? Our wedding tomorrow just evaporates?
His eyes narrowed, disapproval flickering like I'd crossed some invisible line.
Claire, my heart's with you. Don't turn this into a scene.
That line hit like a slap. I'd heard it too many times. Every moment I refused to stay small and convenient.
I'm not making a scene.
I said quietly.
I'm asking why it's always her.
It's not.
He shot back. Too quick.
She's like a little sister. She's alone. I can't abandon her.
You never abandon her.
I said.
That's the difference.
His voice softened again, practiced and soothing.
I'll get her settled. Make sure the surgery happens, and I'll come straight back. I swear. When I'm back, we'll do it right. Bigger wedding. Whatever you want. I'll make it up to you.
I wanted to ask if he had any idea what postponing a wedding did in our world. How the whispers would stick to me like tar. How every society page and family chat would repaint me as the girl who couldn't hold her man. But his phone rang. Willow's ringtone. That custom chime he'd never bothered to change. The one she'd once flaunted in front of me like a crown. He just shrugged and said,
Set one for yourself then.
I never did. Anything that started as hers never felt worth claiming. He answered on the second ring, voice instantly velvet.
Yeah.
Willow's voice leaked through, soft and needy.
Elliot, where are you? Boarding's almost done.
I'm coming.
He murmured.
Stay seated. Don't move around. You'll make it worse.
He ended the call and checked his watch. Already mentally gone.
I have to go. It's tight.
I stared at him, at the restless shift of his weight, at how my presence had become the thing holding him back. Elliot. I started, throat closing around the words. I already. A sharp horn blared from the curb. 3 impatient bursts. Elliot's shoulders dropped in visible relief, like fate had just made the choice for him. He stepped forward, pulled me into a quick, hard hug, tight enough to feel real, short enough to cost him nothing.
Wait for me.
He whispered against my hair.
I'll come back and marry you.
Then he released me and walked away fast. He slid into the waiting car. For one heartbeat he looked back, face tight, eyes shadowed, like some buried part of him wanted to stay. The car pulled away anyway. His phone lit up again on the seat beside him. He glanced down at the screen, and he didn't tell the driver to stop. The wedding was about to start. I wore a cathedral-length veil and ivory gown, nothing like the minimalist dress Elliot had picked. This was Blake Wellington's wedding now. Last night, after Elliot drove off, something in me had gone quiet. I was never Elliot's firm choice. Fine, then let it end. A black car rolled up, followed by a motorcade. Blake stepped out in a custom suit. Behind him, men carried garment bags and florist boxes.
Wedding gifts.
He said.
We're doing this properly.
Guests arrived. Through the door, I heard whispers. Willow had made sure he wouldn't marry Claire. Her reputation was done. Who would marry her now? I stepped out, smiled, and thanked them. I meant it. Then Blake appeared at the front in a black tux. The room went silent, his voice cut through.
Today's bride and groom were always me and Claire Whitman.
Silence slammed into place. His gaze swept the room.
Is that understood?
Yes.
Voices answered quickly. Congratulations poured out. Too loud. Too eager. Vows, rings, applause. October 20th. The date Elliot and I had picked. He was wrong. I did get married. And the groom wasn't him. After the ceremony, I changed into a reception dress and walked table to table until my feet throbbed. People smiled too brightly, leaning in to whisper.
Mrs. Wellington. What a beautiful surprise.
By the time the banquet ended, I could barely stand. Blake slid an arm around my waist and lifted me like it was effortless. I heard my mother say, "Please."
That's right, take care of her.
Back in the suite, I took a hot shower and collapsed onto the bed. The door clicked. I sat up fast. Blake walked in carrying a robe and a small box. He set the box down and headed into the bathroom. My face went hot. My husband. Our wedding night. He stepped out with a towel around his waist. Hair damp. He walked toward the bed. My hands clenched the sheet. He leaned close, then chuckled, low and amused. Blake gently pried my fingers loose.
Don't do that. You'll hurt your hand.
He moved to the other side of the bed, leaving deliberate space between us.
We got married fast. I know you didn't have time to prepare. We'll take it slow. I won't force you into anything.
He knew what Elliot had done to me, and yet he'd still claimed me without hesitation. He handed me the small box. Inside was a simple bracelet, elegant, understated.
Congratulations.
He said softly.
To us.
Sitting there, with Blake giving me room to breathe, I felt one thing clearly. Safe, and for the first time in a long time, that was enough. I'd expected to lie awake all night, trapped inside my own thoughts. Instead, I fell asleep like my body had been holding its breath for months and finally let go. When I woke, my mind was foggy. I instinctively rubbed my cheek against what I thought was a pillow, warm, solid, oddly comfortable. Then it moved. Blake was already awake, propped on one elbow, watching me with an amused glint. My face caught fire. I shot upright.
Oh my God, sorry. I sleep like a menace.
He ruffled my hair.
It's fine. We're married.
After we got ready, he said,
Come on. I want to show you something.
His car drove less than 5 minutes and stopped in front of a newly renovated townhouse, right next door to my parents' house.
Our home.
He said simply. I stared.
You put our place next to my parents'?
His mouth twitched.
You seemed like the kind of woman who shouldn't be cut off from her support system. Also, it keeps the gossip contained.
I walked through the first floor like a kid on Christmas morning, letting the clean scent of new paint sink into me. Blake watched with a soft smile. I'd thought leaving Elliot would destroy me, but my feelings had been worn down slowly, sanded away by every next time, and every don't make a scene. When I finally let go, what I felt most was relief. A week passed. Blake checked in without hovering. Quiet reminders to eat. A hand on my back when the house felt too big. Text me when you get there. That made my chest ease. Elliot didn't contact me once. One evening, I watched Blake in his study, focused on work. Sleeves rolled. The question that had been nagging me slipped out.
When you agreed to marry me, was it just because you owed me? Because of that promise?
I forced a self-mocking smile and turned to leave. His hand caught my wrist. In the next second, I was pulled into him, cool cologne, solid warmth. He sighed above my head.
Claire, I thought I was making it obvious. I didn't marry you out of obligation.
He added quietly.
I've known what Willow is for a long time. I was ready when you called.
Because our townhouse was next door to my parents'. Blake and I ended up dropping by for dinner often. My dad loved to brag about his cooking.
Your mom fell for me because I played Chopin,
He declared.
and she stayed because I can actually feed her.
My mom rolled her eyes.
He thinks he's a romantic, but he's really just loud.
I'm romantic.
My dad protested, then pointed the spatula at Blake.
You're quiet. That's dangerous. Quiet men are the ones who plan everything.
Blake smiled.
I do plan.
I watched them with envy. Love that didn't wobble every time someone else cried. Blake leaned close to my ear.
If you like it, I'll cook for you too.
My face went hot.
Who said I like it?
His mouth curved.
Noted.
After he told me he liked me, things shifted. He texted when he'd be late, held my coat, touched my back in crowds. My guard stopped living in my throat. I bragged to my mom about Blake's confession, expecting shock. She stared at me like I'd announced the sky was blue.
Claire, I knew.
How?
After you helped him,
She said,
he started showing up here. A lot. At first your father and I thought it was gratitude. Then we realized it was interest.
my dad cut in from the kitchen.
He asked about you like he was interviewing for the job.
My mom continued.
Blake told us you were young, still figuring yourself out. He said he'd wait until you were ready. And then you came home sophomore year and announced you were dating Elliot Bennett.
My dad scoffed.
That was a dark season.
My mom kept going. About Elliot's indecision. His messy family. The way he played nice guy until someone needed him to choose. I panicked and bolted, grabbing Blake from the backyard gazebo.
We're leaving.
He pulled me in, one arm around my shoulders.
Let her say it. I'm not going anywhere.
Then a furious voice cracked across the yard.
What the hell are you two doing?
Elliot Bennett stood at the edge of my parents' yard, eyes bloodshot, rage barely contained. He'd been out of state with Willow all week, avoiding news from home. He only found out about the wedding hours ago. Behind him, Willow hovered, fragile and watchful. Blake's arms stayed around me.
What I'm doing doesn't have anything to do with you, Mr. Bennett.
Elliot lunged for my wrist. Blake shifted, blocking him. Elliot turned to me, desperate.
You're my fiancé. He owes me an explanation.
Blake's voice turned cold.
Shouldn't you be explaining why you abandoned her before the wedding and flew out with your little sister?
Willow tried to interrupt.
Quiet.
Elliot grabbed at me again. Blake peeled his hand off.
Don't touch my wife.
Elliot froze.
You're what?
I stepped to Blake's side.
I'm married. I'm his wife.
Willow rushed forward.
Wow. Claire, you moved on fast.
I didn't look at her. Elliot shoved Willow's hand off him, breathing rough.
You just replaced me. How the hell did you dare marry him on our wedding day?
I looked at him clear-eyed.
Yes, while you were with Willow, that was my wedding day.
A full week without contact. If he'd called anyone, his parents, single friend, he would have known. But he hadn't cared enough to ask. His face drained. His knees buckled. He went down hard. Willow screamed and clung to him. They dragged him to the car. I didn't chase him. I slid my fingers into Blake's hand and walked away. Later, I asked Blake about what my mom had told me. He nodded.
I spent almost a year finding reasons to be around you. You never looked at me the way you looked at him.
I didn't dare.
I admitted.
You're Blake Wellington. I was just Claire Whitman, the girl who kept waiting for a man who didn't deserve it.
He tucked a strand of hair behind my ear.
You're not just anything.
Then he added,
That hiking trip the day you fell, the one who helped you was me.
I blinked.
You carried me?
You were shaking. I didn't let you stand.
Why didn't you tell me?
He looked at me, composure slipping.
Because you were in love with him. And I wasn't going to use your worst day to ask you to look at me.
A few days later, I heard Elliot had been hospitalized. Then he showed up at my door. Feverish.
I don't like Willow.
He said.
I only ever saw her as a sister. The person I loved was you.
Elliot, a man is judged by what he does, not what he claims he feels. Breaking our engagement, that was you. Leaving me to face whispers, that was you. Every time Willow and I conflicted, you scolded me without asking. You made me apologize.
He went stiff.
I'm sorry.
Then he blurted.
If he treats you badly, divorce him. Then marry me.
Stop. You're burning up and talking like marriage is a game.
So you trust Blake more than me?
I met his stare.
Whether I trust him or not, I don't trust you anymore. Since Willow came back, you never once believed me. You ignored me and abandoned me so many times I got used to it. So go. Just don't come to me.
He left. When Blake came home, I told him everything. He listened, then nodded.
That's it.
He smiled.
The moment you texted me to register the marriage, I knew you'd already let him go.
I pointed at the folder in his hand.
Mr. Wellington, you're holding it upside down.
He flipped it with a quiet, offended sigh. For the first time that day, I laughed for real. A few days later, my mom dragged me shopping. At a boutique, we ran into her friend, who treated gossip like cardio.
Have you heard about Elliot Bennett?
She whispered.
He got out of the hospital and locked himself in his room, drank for days. Then someone sent him an audio recording. Turns out Willow's ankle was never that serious. She bribed the clinic, faked the medical report.
My mom's mouth tightened.
Go on.
He lost it, cut off every asset he'd been supporting her with, and he's blacklisted her. No degree, no connections, nobody will touch her, and his grandfather is furious. Sending him to some remote subsidiary to learn humility, knocked him out of the succession race.
My mom hummed.
Actions have consequences.
At a formal gala a few nights later, I slipped into a quieter corridor to breathe.
Claire,
Elliot stood a few feet away, thinner, raw.
I'm leaving in a couple of days. I wanted to see you once before I go. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
I nodded.
It's over.
I walked toward the brighter end of the corridor. Blake was there, silver gray suit, leaning against the rail. His gaze softened when it landed on me. His phone buzzed. He answered. Willow's voice came through, panicked.
Blake, you told me to come back and hook Elliot. Now I'm ruined. You can't leave me like this.
I froze. Blake's voice turned cold.
I pointed you at a road. You drove yourself off a cliff.
You promised.
I promised nothing.
He hung up. He walked over, arm around my waist.
Let's go home.
I leaned into him.
I'm tired.
His laugh was soft against my temple.
Sleep, sweetheart.